All right, now in a move that could threaten the ongoing talks to revive the 2015 nuclear deal, Iran has now begun the process of producing enriched uranium. The International Atomic Energy Agency, the IAEA, reported on Tuesday that Iran had intended to enrich uranium to a purity of 20%. The move, of course, takes Iran a step closer to developing materials that potentially could be used to make nuclear weapons. The United States and the top European powers, meanwhile, have condemned Iran's decision to enrich uranium to a purity of 20%. The United States, which called the step as unfortunate and backward, said that the window for diplomacy to resume compliance with the nuclear deal will remain open.
It is worrying that Iran is choosing to continue to escalate its non-performance of its JCPOA commitments, especially with experiments that have value for nuclear weapons research. It's another unfortunate step backwards for Iran, particularly as we, for our part, have demonstrated our sincere intention and willingness to return to the JCPOA and to find more productive and durable ways to deal with the nuclear issue. We have made clear that such provocative steps would not and will not provide Iran with any leverage in negotiations.
Now, the 2015 nuclear deal imposed curbs on Iran's nuclear program to make it harder for Tehran to develop nuclear weapons against the United States in response to the economic sanctions. Former President Donald Trump, remember, had unilaterally pulled out of a treaty that was signed by the Americans, a treaty that was called the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. And Donald Trump walked out of this treaty in 2018, describing it as the worst negotiated treaty in U.S. history. Iran, for its part, began violating many of the restrictions. Tehran has already produced a small amount of non-enriched uranium this year by breaching the deal. Meanwhile, Iran has accused Israel on Tuesday of mounting a sabotage attack on a nuclear facility near Tehran last month, as authorities acknowledged for the very first time that the mysterious attack had caused certain structural damages to the site.
اولین بار هم نیست متوقف کردن تلاش‌های ایران از سوی تنها کشوری که نفت میبره که ما در حقیقت گفتگوهامون متوقف بشه داره ما پیش بینیمون هستمون این برنامه‌ها از سوی این کشور هست.
Now, the sudden admission, of course, has come days after the electoral victory of Iran's hardline judiciary chief Ebrahim Raisi and a series of other attacks on Iran's nuclear program, including the killing of Iran's top nuclear scientist, Mohsen Fakhrizadeh.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.